Good day, everyone. I'm meteorologist Adam Kolpak. Unfortunately, we're going to have more smoke, more haze, and especially more heat building into the weekend and possibly even into next week. Right now, we're starting to get more of an offshore flow. That's why Brookings had temperatures well into the 80s today. That may occur once again for Friday. Outside of that, though, the big story is going to be the smoke, the haze, and, of course, the heat. All right, our red flag warning. We've got one until 9 a.m. Friday. This is especially for the upper slopes in Curry County, also Josephine County, western parts of Siskiyou County, and also in the inland areas of Del Norte County. Again, some of the higher terrain will be dealing with east and northeast winds, 10 to 20 miles per hour, with some higher gusts possible, along with low relative humidities continuing for that fire danger threat. Red flag warning also is in effect from 8 p.m. this evening until 9 a.m. Friday. And this is for the higher terrain over the southern Cascades and into Douglas County, again with that east and northeast wind from 10 to 20 miles per hour over the higher ridges. And also low relative humidities around 20 to 30%. There is a high fire danger because of these very dry conditions along with the wind. If that's not enough, we have an excessive heat warning, unfortunately in effect from 11 a.m. Friday to 11 p.m. Monday. In the shaded areas here, this is basically Medford towards Roseburg, into the Illinois Valley, Applegate Valley, western parts of Siskiyou County, where temperatures for highs are going to be in the 90s and possibly some 100s. Lows will be generally in the 60s to possibly 70s. A heat advisory is in effect for the central and southern parts of Siskiyou County, where it's still going to be hot, with temperatures generally in the 90s to possibly into the 100s and lows from around 60 to around 70. What this means is, again, the smoke is bad enough, but when you add in the heat, it's just best to stay inside if you can. I know it's the weekend coming up, but staying hydrated would be a good idea as well, and limiting your time outside during the really bad smoke, the unhealthy air quality, and also the heat. Why is all this happening? Well, the trough that gave us the nice little clear up, at least for a little bit, with good air quality, is moving off to the east. This high pressure aloft is going to be building in, giving us hot temperatures, not only aloft, but really at the surface it's going to be building in. And you add in the smoke and haze, and it just doesn't look that great overall for Friday or even into this weekend overall. We may see some changes, though, coming up next week, with the chance for some showers and possibly some thunderstorms coming up. Our forecast for the coast: mostly clear to partly cloudy and maybe some patchy areas of fog overnight into tomorrow morning. There will be areas of smoke and haze, especially down towards Curry County and Del Norte County, with lows in the upper 40s through the 50s and highs generally in the 60s and 70s. With the Chetco effect, that offshore flow moving into Brookings and Harbor, I bumped up the numbers potentially into the 80s for highs. Moving inland, low temperatures in the 40s and 50s, mostly clear tonight, mainly sunny for Friday, but again, there'll be plenty of areas of smoke and haze. High temperatures generally in the 90s. Some areas may make it above 100. East of the Cascades, lows will be in the 40s and possibly some 50s, and low temperatures generally in the 30s, possibly up towards Schmalton, Christmas Valley. We have highs in the 80s and 90s. I have 73 for Crater Lake. Still some areas of smoke and haze possible. Your 7-day forecast: again, I'm sorry to announce this, but areas of smoke and haze will continue, along with the building of the heat. 90s may become 100s for this weekend. We have sunshine around outside of the smoke and haze. Next week, though, there is a slight chance for some showers and storms Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday during the afternoon and evening hours. It does look hot and smoky, unfortunately, for Labor Day. Your lows will be in the 50s and 60s. For the Klamath Basin, low temperatures in the 40s and 50s, high temperatures generally into the 90s, possibly 80s by next week. Areas of smoke and haze continue. A slight chance for a late-day shower storm Monday into Thursday. And our forecast for Mount Shasta City: areas of haze and smoke continue. Your high temperatures generally in the 90s to possibly around 100. Lows in the 50s. Next week, we may have highs in the 80s and 90s. A slight chance for some late-day showers and storms Monday through Thursday. And for the coast, overall temperatures will be cooler, but with the Chetco effect around Brookings and Harbor, it may end up being much warmer Friday, with areas of smoke and haze continuing. Outside of that, highs will generally be in the 60s and 70s, and lows in the upper 40s right through the 50s.